Hello, just waiting. Hello, 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 hello. Hey, lady, what are you doing there? Hello, people. Where are my people? When the rain falls on me to town. I thought it looked like two people. Hello? Anybody there? I'm about to talk in a little bit. I know I have to wait a couple of minutes. I know I must wait a couple of minutes. How long has it been? It's been just over a minute. You sucker. You sucker. I'm talking to this car, not you guys. Okay, well, I'm going to start talking. It's up to 2 minutes. I know I just come on abruptly so people don't know that I'm about to, hit live. But still, it's going to stay up, so it don't matter. I want to talk about the beauty of not caring what the people think. And I'm not completely there yet. But I think really caring about what people think is ego. It's not to say that you don't care what people think when you know you have really done something wrong. Like, I still have a conscience, right? But I don't want to be so caught up in caring about what people think to the point where I miss who I am. And I think a lot of brown women have been so caught up and caring about what other people think, specifically their counterparts. And not just their counterparts to others, but it's been heavily their counterparts have been the most critical of them, that they have lost themselves. And this is what I'm talking about, the beauty of not caring about what other people think about you. Because when you consistently worry about what somebody else think about you or what society thinks about you, they want to call you the angry so-called black woman because now some people do have bad attitudes, right? But sometimes people expect you to sit there and be all kind of meek and timid. And the minute you're not meek and timid and you speak up for yourself, you're the angry black woman. And you have some, brown women that, they usually they're cool. They have a cool head, right? And the minute they see something is wrong, the minute they need to speak up for themselves, the minute something is not right, if the order is not right, something's going on, something's happening with a bill, they have to go get somebody about some miscellaneous bill on their account that they don't know where it came from. Then they have to explain. I've seen this from certain ladies that's on YouTube. Then they have to explain to their audience, I'm not being an angry black woman, it's just this bill shouldn't be here. White women are not trying to say they're not a Karen. White women don't care that you call them a Karen, right? White women don't care that you call them a Karen. Whatever, I will be a Karen. I'll be that. And you know what? There are a lot of names, derogatory names for white women. There are, and I'm not going to defend white women. I'm just saying there are derogatory names for white women. White women ain't worried about that crap. They gonna get what the hell they want. But anyway, this is not about comparing. I don't want to compare folks. This ain't about comparing. The point I'm making is brown women are not the only one that's called names, and I really don't want to keep being a victim. I realize, the world hates brown women. I don't want that crap either. Listen, this is what I'm talking about. I don't care anymore about society and what society thinks. Because one thing I don't want to do is go around in my head. Here's what I'm trying to grow to do. And this is it takes to stay away from people to get to this point, and it takes time. As long as the Most High is happy with you. And there has to be something higher than your own ego. There is a Most High inside of you. There's nothing on the outside. I've said that a lot of times. There's nothing that exists on the outside. There's no real such thing as a physical world. The Most High is on the inside of you. And I talked about how brown people, a lot of them lost the Most High. I wasn't really talking about some external character that's going to come back and part the clouds. I wasn't talking about anything like that. I was talking about what was inside of them that helped them strive. They have lost it. They've lost who they were. And they need to get back to the Most High. I mean, for me, the only way to get back to who you are is to get back to the Most High. Whoever the Most High is for this group of people. I feel like some other people might be connected to their Most High, and that's why they thrive. But brown people are disconnected from their Most High. I don't think everybody have the same Most High. I just don't. Well, they might. I forgot who I am. Anyway, so they might. They just might. Some aliens might have the same Most High. Some entities from other galaxies might still have the same Most High. I need to remember who the hell I am. But anyway, that's beside the point. That's beside the point. I'm tired of people always have this to say about brown women. You know what? I don't care if another brown woman right now get out and start twerking in the middle of the street. She ain't making me look bad. She is her own person. And if somebody get out and do something crazy like that, then you have to wonder what has possessed them. What's going on? Something has possessed them to behave like this. This isn't right. Okay. But one thing I'm not going to worry about is somebody making me look bad. If a person can't judge me, according to what they've seen me do, and they want to compare me to somebody else, knowing goodness well they never see me do anything of the sort, then that's something wrong with them. And this is why I don't care about society. You have some brown women that really try to keep a cool head, but they can't keep silent for too long because they can't just keep getting walked over. And the minute they decide to open up their mouth like, excuse me, I don't mean to be an angry black woman. No, absolutely not. Since they want to call you a Jezebel, going to be a Jezebel. I really think most brown women are really Aunt Jemima, to be honest with you. I think they're not I don't think most brown women are Jezebel, only because Jezebel wouldn't take this crap from society. But and Jezebel certainly is not going to sacrifice herself for anybody. She's not going to sacrifice, and especially not for a group of people that's not going to piss on them if they were on fire. Certainly a Jezebel would not do that. So no, most brown women are not Jezebels. They're really Aunt Jemimas. Aunt Jemima has that long-suffering type of energy, sacrificial energy, where you can constantly mistreat her and she's going to still be good to you. That's that Aunt Jemima, the Jezebel. And now Jezebel got some traits that's not great now, but I'm just saying, brown women have been wrongly called Jezebel. They're not Jezebel. Jezebel is not going to sacrifice herself like that. Jezebel is not going to continue to birth a community that's ungrateful. Jezebel won't do that. She won't do it. Okay, so if it comes, both of them are pretty much demonic. Okay, they're pretty much demonic. If you want to look at it that way, like they're both like of the underworld to me. That's what I mean by demonic. They're both of the underworld. But if I would rather Jezebel over Aunt Jemima, I would rather Jezebel over Aunt Jemima if I had to choose one of the characteristics of the underworld. Okay. But yeah, the beauty of not caring. And then I'm gonna go in a few minutes. But the beauty of not caring. Somebody said to me, I'm renting a house, right? Something happened with the sprinklers or one of the valves aren't working, right? And so I let him know, and I let him know the estimate. And he has this like little valve replacement in the garage, and so I sent that picture to the company that's going to replace the sprinklers that sent me an estimate. But the problem is it's cheaper and you might run into problems later on. So, so I let the owner know that. And I guess he was just frustrated with the money it's going to cost. And he said, man, I guess the last person who rented the house was very handy. He's a man. He was very handy, but it's more than just a man. Some men are not that handy. This guy was very handy because some men ain't handy. This man was handy. And he said he sent me a text back. Oh, I wish you were more handy like such and such. I'm not gonna call his name. I wish you were more handy like the last person that rented the house and stuff. He said me and him, we used to take care of all kinds of stuff. You know, I want to say this. I've been doing things that's not my responsibility around the house because something is wrong with the sprinklers. And what's wrong with the sprinklers is that the timer, the timer is okay. Something wrong with the valve. And so what happens when the timer is set for the sprinklers to come on at certain times? And what the problem is that the water never goes off. And so the water sometimes have been running for 2 hours or so. Okay. Now, if the water bill is over $100, he need to go on and pay it because that's his problem. That's the valve that's messed up. Then if I have to pay that water bill, but so I'll have just gone and cut it off because and just going out personally and water the grass myself with the hose. Like at least a couple of times a day, I watered the front yard and the backyard with the hose. Now, to be quite honest, something came to my mind as I was watering the grass last night. Something came to my mind and said, you are doing too much. It's not your responsibility. Now, I water the grass because when the grass, it's hot out here. I'm in California and I'm in the valley. And it does not rain. In the summertime, the rain stops around the spring. In the summertime, we might see a sprinkle of rain. It's over 100 degrees. And it absolutely does not rain. Not even a tinge, not even a drizzle. It absolutely does not rain in the summertime. It's not going to start back raining a little bit until September. So we have June, no rain. We have maybe a couple of little spots of rain in May, but June, no rain. July, no rain. August, no rain. And we're going to have the temperature over 100 degrees. And so it's like, I can't have this. The grass will turn brown, it will die, and then weeds will come up without it being watered. And I just don't want to have no front yard looking like that. But I understand what Spirit said to me, though. So you're doing too much already. It was his responsibility. The moment that he knew something was going on with that doggone valve, the moment he knew something was going on, he should have called somebody out here immediately to take care of it. It's his house. The valve is something that's his responsibility. That's what Spirit said to me. You're doing too much by watering this grass. I realize you don't want to look all ugly and brown and have weeds because I live here. I don't want to drive into the house and this house the only one on the block that look like that. This is a nice neighborhood. I don't want this house, even if it's not a nice neighborhood, I don't want the grass to look like that because then it shows something going on with me, right? So I have to make sure the grass don't look like this. Now, the problem is the fact that, yeah, I know I'm doing too much, but the problem is the fact that how you think this grass stay green if something's wrong with the sprinklers and I have to cut it off, then how is the grass staying green? I'm obviously getting out here and watering it. You could have at least been thankful for that. You could have at least been thankful for that. And it gets to the point where sometimes you just have to. This is why I admire some people who don't care if they hurt somebody else's feelings or not. This is why I admire some people who don't care if they hurt somebody else's feelings. Now, I don't really care for people who just want to come up there and say you fat and you ugly and call you all these names. And who asked you what the fuck I look like, right? Who asked you what about my weight is, or you too skinny, or you got a flat butt, or you got a flat chest? Who the fuck asked you? Okay. And that's when they probably should get punched in their face. And, if they want to call you soft, like, well, you say something and you get a reaction. If you don't like the reaction, then keep your damn mouth shut. If you don't like the reaction that you're going to get, shut the hell up. Otherwise, if you're going to keep running your mouth, be prepared to what comes with it. That's all. But, it's that type of stuff right there that he wish that I was more like the last person that stayed here, because now he has to take care of this shit. That ain't got nothing to do with me, because let me tell you something. I got dogs, right? When my dogs mess stuff up, I pay for it. I pay for it. One of my dogs have gotten into some stuff in the backyard, and I have to take care of it. But when something is not my responsibility, it's on him, and that's just what it is. And he wishing I could be more like somebody else who is more handy. So it can be a little cheaper for him that he don't have to come out his pocket like that. But that's what happens when you're renting out houses to people and you have to deal with that. So like I'm not caring for his attitude, but I'm at the point where it needs to be said. And whatever the consequences are behind me saying what the hell I need to say are the doggone consequences. Because see, people get to say whatever the hell they want to say to you, but the minute you speak up for yourself because of a damn stereotype, you got to be an angry such and such and such. Now, I don't think he gonna think that about me because he's known me for almost a year to know that I don't have that kind of personality. But if some people feel like using a stereotype against you because they're a nasty ass person, they can do it. And so you can say all this crap to me, but the minute I speak up for myself, I'm the angry. Well, you know what? I'll be that. I'll be a Jezebel. I would be the whatever you call me. Just know what the fuck is going to come with your smart ass mouth next time. You call me a fucking angry woman. You call me a damn Jezebel. I don't know, don't call me a doggone Aunt Jemima. That's what you don't call me. I'd rather be a Jezebel. Do not call me Aunt Jemima. Take shit. Aunt Jemima take too much shit. Now, Aunt Jemima energy is what keep a lot of brown women in a low vibration. Because, and the reason why I say that is because they take on the problems of other people. And when you're taking on the problems of other people, it ends up weighing you down. And these other people that you don't took on the problems, their problems. And now you're so worn down. Now you don't hardly have any energy. When you have trouble, I'm going to speak from experience. When you have trouble getting yourself together, getting things you want out of life, it's hard with a job, something's going on with your energy. This is when you need to take your power back. This is when you need to take your energy back. When stuff look like it's supposed to come, but it don't come, it just seems like stuff don't ever work out. Something's happening with your damn energy. Something is happening with your energy. Okay, and I know about that already. You know. So that's that Aunt Jemima type of stuff I don't like. You know, Aunt Jemima allows people to use her energy and they don't have to do anything in return, and then she's constantly to sacrifice. And then the next time, the minute you need something, people want to call you lazy. But the problem is you've been doing everything for everybody else to the point where you all sunk down so low that you can't hardly do nothing for yourself. Even when, like, if you feel like a job is coming through and then you lose it, it's something going on with your energy. Sometimes the Most High might block stuff because that might not be a door that you need to go through. But a lot of times it's your energy. And it's because a lot of us have given with knives. Sometimes it could be some spiritual warfare going on, but a lot of times we have given our energy to other folks that didn't deserve it. We have given our pearls to swine. We've given our pearls to swine. They did not deserve the pearls that we've given, and we've given our pearls to swine. You know. But anyway, yeah, that's it. I'm about to go, but I'm going to talk about the beauty of not caring. I'm just going to speak for myself, though. Yeah, I think some of us, and this is no matter what color we are, you don't have to be a brown person. Some of us have taken too much off of people trying not to be the person that's disagreeable. We try not to be the person that's sensitive, but then other people get to run their mouths up against us. Other people get to overstep their boundaries. And we try to keep a cool head because we don't want to be disagreeable. I really want to be a Jezebel for a day. I'm not kidding. I want to be the Jezebel that's in the Bible. I want that one. If you don't know what I'm talking about, read Kings. I think it's 1 Kings. It's the lady who was married to Ahab. They want to make it seem like Jezebel is some kind of whore prostitute. I don't know where they get that shit from. The Jezebel I know about is the one that's in the Bible. And I didn't read that story about her. She is a murderer. But I like her personality. She don't give a damn. She gonna get what she want. Like, she married that king that got all that money. And then when the king Ahab wanted this vineyard and this man did not want to sell it to him, he went home and cried to Jezebel. And Jezebel said, "Aren't you the king?" And Jezebel went and got her prophet Baal or whatever and unalived this man and got that vineyard for King Ahab. Now, would I like to go that far? Absolutely not. If I want something and if it's rightfully theirs and they don't want to sell it, I don't want to unalive them to get what they have. Like, no. But I don't care about judging her at this point. I'm not interested in judging Jezebel. You know why I'm not interested in judging what she did? Because when you try to be righteous and do the right thing, people are very wrong towards the people who try to do the right thing. So I'm not interested in judging Jezebel. I'm not interested in judging Jezebel. I would like to be Jezebel for a day. I would like to be Jezebel for the rest of the year. I would like to be Jezebel. I think a lot of shit is going to happen. I want that energy of Jezebel. Okay? I ain't gonna, like I said, I'm not going to do everything that she did, but Jezebel don't give a fuck. Okay? And Aunt Jemima take too much shit and worried about being called an angry black woman. Jezebel don't give a fuck if you call her an angry black woman. She gonna get the fucking job done. You cross her, you call whatever, I'll be an angry black woman, but you know not to fucking cross me again. You call me an angry black woman all you want to, but what you won't do is cross me. Oh yeah, what you gonna take something that rightfully belong to me? Okay, whatever. Yeah, do what you gotta do to get what you gotta, because it look like a lot of righteousness ain't happening right now. And I'm gonna be honest with you. The more I get closer to the Most High, the more ruthless my mind starts to get. Oh, that's a false prophetess. You're false. Well, I ain't say I was a damn prophetess. I never said I was a Christian. The closer I get to the Most High, the more ruthless my mentality is. That lets me know that the real Most High, which I call the Great Mother, ain't nothing to be played with. She ain't nothing. The mother ain't nothing to be played with. Because the more I get into this person to the Most High, the more ruthless and the more I see, the more I see it don't matter if people get unalive. It don't matter. No, I ain't praying for them. They need to go. They live here long enough. It's time for them to go. No, I ain't praying. The closer I get to the Most High, the more I say, well, okay, whatever. People have mistaken a mother for being this love, kind person that take all your issues, that take all your negative energy, that take all your trauma. People treat brown women like they're the great mother. That's why people dump their problems on brown women, because they do believe in the mother and they believe the mother are brown women. But they feel like the mother is supposed to take your crap and just smile and be loving and kind and sweet. Well, kind, I don't want to use kind the wrong way. Kind has been used the wrong way. Nice, you get walked over. You do not get walked over when you're kind. When you're kind, you have balance. You have boundaries when you're kind. You're assertive when you're kind. Okay? When you're kind, you're more fair and balanced. You have boundaries. You don't let people walk all over you. So I'm not going to use that word kind again. In a way to mean to let somebody walk all over you. That's not what kind means. Okay? But yeah, people have this mistaken this great mother to be so long suffering. But the closer I really get to the real great mother, the more I see she ain't taking no shit. And the more I see, the more I like Jezebel more than Aunt Jemima. And yeah, if something is rightfully mine and you want to fuck me over, you have a right to take your life and not to care nothing about it. I don't care how many children you have to feed. The closer I get to the Most High, the more I see it don't matter. It don't matter. A lot of these people, a lot of these entities that we think are real are NPCs. If somebody feel like it's okay, I'm gonna use an example. I'm not gonna call her name, but some of you, if you know about her. This has happened to some of us too, but this is a recent example that's fresh on my mind. Well, I don't have to think too hard. She was doing this sales. She was doing this job where she earned a certain amount of money, and then the people did not want to pay her the money. Now she wasn't working like a W-2 type of job, and the company was from out of state, and so it was like an online type of job. And those online type of jobs like that's out of state are able to they cannot pay you, and it's not much you can do about it, right? Well, here's the thing. Yeah, you can rightfully say, yeah, they might, by law, it might not be anything that you can do about it, but that's when you come up with the spiritual court on them. That's when the spiritual court had to be on them. And honestly, I feel like the more I get closer to the Most High, the more ruthless my mentality is when it comes to people like that. When it comes to people like that constantly want to get over on you, and then when you decide you don't want to let them get over on you, they have an attitude. But the reason they have an attitude is because they're used to you being somebody that they can walk all over, and when that stops happening, they get angry. See, a lot of people have this narcissist like that, and I don't really value their lives. I don't have to value their lives. I don't have to have compassion for them. I really don't. I don't have to have compassion for them. If they have not shown compassion for other people, and you even seen that in the book of Psalms, in Psalms 35, David wasn't asking to pray for these people. David said, unalive these people. I'm not going to show compassion for people who are nasty like that they don't care who they do anything to, and they think they can walk all over you. I don't have compassion for them at all. And I don't have to have, like, nowhere does it say I have to have compassion. But anyway, that is it. I just felt like talking for a little bit. I'm about to go inside and I will talk later. Okay.